How's it going, everyone? Landon with LMR.com. Today I'll be breaking down this single turbo kit for the 1986 to 1993 Fox Mustangs from On3 Performance. Up first, guys, I'm going to talk about what the kit includes and explain each component in a little more detail. After that, I'll touch base more on things you'll need to consider and of course be aware of when installing this kit. This kit from On3 Performance is by far the most affordable turbo kit on the market for the Fox Mustang. One of the main reasons why is because of its cost-effective, simplistic makeup. This particular kit includes a 70mm turbo, Hotside piping, Coldside piping, a massive air-to-air intercooler, alternator relocation kit, wastegate, blowoff valve, and the other miscellaneous items associated with the turbo kit. The turbo itself incorporates a T4 flange and features journal bearings with a 70 thousandths area radius Coldside and a 96 thousandths area radius Hotside. Per On3, this simple entry-level turbo is good for around 500 rear-wheel horsepower. In order to move the exhaust flow towards the turbine, you need what is called the quote-unquote hot side piping. The hot side piping of a turbo kit is the piping that consists of the exhaust components. These include a passenger side manifold, a driver side manifold, crossover piping to connect each manifold, and of course the downpipe that leads to the underside of the car. Now, the cold side piping consists of the pieces that flow the forced air from the turbo compressor through the intercooler and then back into the engine. This piping is 3 inches in diameter and is constructed from quality 304 stainless steel. The wastegate that is included with this kit is a 44mm unit and offers 360-degree adjustments to fine-tune its position on the hot side piping. A wastegate is responsible for bypassing some exhaust flow to control boost and is mounted on the hot side of the piping. Inside of this wastegate is a 6 to 7 pound spring, which will vary depending on engine modifications. Spring pressure and boost is easily controlled with the provided vacuum regulator. The blowoff valve, or BOV for short, is responsible for relieving excess turbo pressure that results from shutting the throttle body rapidly under boost conditions. The one On3 provides in the kit incorporates a 50mm opening and is positioned on the cold side of the piping. To cool the compressed air from the turbo, an intercooler is needed to help extract the heat from the compressed air. The intercooler included in this kit is massive and will do a great job at keeping those charge temps nice and cool. Outside of the core components, On3 includes most of the hardware needed to install this kit. These include silicone couplers, clamps, fittings, and an alternator relocation kit. Now let's talk about fitment and installation. Out of the box, this kit is designed to work with fuel-injected 1986 to 1993 Mustangs. Carbureted cars can still run this kit as long as the correct plenum is installed and the cold side piping is properly modified to fit your application. Keep in mind, additional modifications may be required. 1986 to 1988 Mustangs that are still speed density, I would strongly recommend converting to mass air before installing this turbo kit. This will make life a heck of a lot easier for your tuner. Depending on your end goal, as far as power is concerned, you will need to address the fuel system. In a perfect world, upgrading the fuel pump, lines, injectors, regulator, and rails will be your best bet. If you were to only upgrade the injectors and pump, factory Fox body fuel lines and rails can only flow so much fuel before the fuel begins to cavitate inside of the tank, causing intermittent fuel pressure problems. Aside from the fuel system, EFI cars will need a blow-through style mass air meter. This meter simply becomes part of the cold side piping and is installed between the turbo and the throttle body. When doing this, an additional silicone coupler and clamps are needed. A blow-through meter is typically ordered with fuel injectors, as the meter will need to be calibrated for those particular injectors. Next is custom tuning. This kit is going to require a custom tune. Be sure and find a local tuner in your area that is both reputable and trustworthy to write you a tune. The second option is to run a standalone engine management system such as the ones from Pro-M Racing. As far as modifications are concerned, some cutting and clearancing may be needed to properly install these components. Depending on setups, these modifications will differ from car to car. You will have to tap the oil pan for the turbo drain, and if you're wanting to run a catback, you will need the On3 Performance Y-pipe, which is sold separately. An air filter is not included simply because installers, they do different things. You might consider header wrap for your hot side piping, An oil filter relocation kit or 90-degree adapter will be needed so that the oil filter clears the driver's side manifold, and a few trips to the hardware store may also be needed. The included manifolds are not designed for high port cylinder heads, but they will fit GT40P cylinder heads with minimal modification and of course 90-degree spark plug boots. This kit will work with factory K-members and air conditioning, although a tubular K-member will make life extremely easy when installing this kit. Now I could probably ramble on for days here guys, but you'd probably get tired of listening to me talk. In a nutshell, this On3 Turbo Kit is only as good as the installer or the end user putting it on. Remember, you're not spending a lot of money for this kit. This typically means a little more work and effort will need to be put forth to properly install the kit into your car. Don't let the low price point sway you away from making a buying decision. At the end of the day, this is a damn good starter kit for the money and will allow you to grow as you so choose. For the most current pricing and product information on this particular On3 Turbo Kit, be sure and check out the product page. To see more how-to and review videos covering industry-leading products, be sure and subscribe to our YouTube channel, like this video, and don't forget to turn on notifications. While you're at it, check out our other videos, and don't forget to shop LMR.com for all things 1979 to present Mustang and SVT Light.